I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion PMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
So we're confronting the head of the PMC that has been controlling London. I can do that. Where to?
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Which is very suspicious.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
I'm on it.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
That new drug, right. The cops were trying to keep it off London streets. Back when the cops tried to do things.
It's a highly addictive psychotropic with a staggeringly high fatality rate that stands to make Clan Kelly a lot of money.
Yeah, but at the cost of how many lives?
Well, the phrase Finsbury New Project keeps popping up in their comms, if you'd like to take a look into it. Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Okay, let's get introduced.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Well, someone's paranoid.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Right, got it.
What way are you going?
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
Could I use the windows up there as an access point?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
I'm on it.
Watch where you're going. Not the sharpest knife in the drawer. What a headache. Oh. Right. No, I get that. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh my god, I know. No, so you just... Yeah, so that's exactly what I said. You just got to talk it through. Sorry.
No, listen. Just calm down. There's no point. No. Right. Okay. What's this?
Yep.
I entirely understand.
You want some of this?
Okay, yeah. All right.
Do you have a brain injury?
Me as well, mate. Yeah. I know.
I'm honestly kind of impressed with just how many traps he's got set up in here.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
I'm on it.
Welcome to Claire and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up, people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion would be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government, too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. The collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
Traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.
Move! One more muscle chief and I'll blow the whole place with you in it.
Okay, let's calm down and talk.
Who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my flat? You with Albion?
Albion doesn't take resistance fighters.
What, DedSec? Yeah, right, and I'm Che Guevara. You done?
Wait, stop! Albion knows your location. You have to run. Now!
Fuck me. You're telling the truth, aren't you? Fucking hell, thought I was careful. Fucking idiot, Hamish! Look, Cass is worse than you know.
Yes, we already know this. Come on, why else would I come here otherwise?
Maybe, because Nigel Cass is paying you. That's how fucking mercs work.
Listen, we want your help. Cass is no friend of ours. He tried to end us and he had a hand in the bombings.
Mate, you don't know shit. You have no idea what Cass is and what... Move! Fuck! An Albion squad's closing in on you. Guess you weren't lying about that part. Fuck, what do you think, Hamish? Think... Shit, fine. We'll table it. I'll buy you some time. Just go. No!
Move it!
Control, please advise. Suspect.
Shit!
Don't just stand there. Albion won't be fussy about who they shoot.
Fuck!
Control, I'm ready to immobilize the target.
Control, we are unmounted off.
Had to be done. What next?
Officer down! Officer down! Control, we're in pursuit. Over.
Use a pursuit intervention technique.
There's our suspect. Over. Control, we are pursuing the suspect. Over. Driving into the vehicle. Over. Right, close this fucker down. Received, we are in pursuit.
I'm terminating the search. Fall back. Over.
I think all that excitement convinced our new friend Hamish that we need to work together to tackle Cass. He's willing to cooperate.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Back off, you... Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Huh? Really? You're just gonna stand there like that?
All right, Chief. That was a pretty slick escape. I believe you. So I'll say this. Nigel is planning something, and I don't think I could stop him on my own. If DedSec's everything I've heard, you'll help me.
We can help each other. There's a chance Cass had something to do with the bombings. What could he be planning that's worse than that?
No, that's not like him. Well, not exactly. See, Nigel's got to see himself as the hero. He's an arrogant twat, but he's not a cynic. Every place we go into, we would have some mad plan to fix all his problems. With robot police or automated crop fertilizing or some shit. Society was a technical problem. And people are just bugs in the software, you know? You work around them or you squash them. Sorry, Chief. I gotta switch proxy servers so they don't trace me. I'll hit you right back on voice. Listen, I've got an inside man, right? A contact in Albion. says Nigel's got this big meeting happening at White Tower. He'll be talking about a major project he's got planned for London.
Working on an upgrade of his private police state? Brilliant. Does this prick ever take a day off? Whatever he's up to, we need eyes on that meeting.
I've always wanted to be in on a caper. Okay, first things first. We'll need eyes on the impregnable target, so off you go. I'll crack on with assembling the right personnel to round out this ragtag bunch of misfits.
Ah, shit. Albion cybersecurity sniffing my proxy IP. Must have traced the detonator signal. I've got to deal with this.
No problem.
Over here, I get paranoid when we fly into it.
Hey, pay attention.
Just comply with the search. Go before I change my mind.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello resistors, this is The Bug, and on today's show Alice and I will be looking at the big questions, such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put Optic on my dog, can I train it to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real?
That's something.
Yeah, all right.
Tower of London security is very tight. It'll be almost impossible to get in.
I'd like to help, fam, but Nigel's caught a whiff now. With all the CTOS cameras, it'd take him less than 5 to ID me. I ain't risking my pretty face.
We need an Albion insider for our caper, one who's willing to turn coat. I've reached out to a contact who works in a nearby pub. Where better to find a bleakly disillusioned anti-hero numbing their conscience with drink, but secretly desperate for redemption. I've let our contact know what we're in the market for, and she's nearby.
Goes in and out of his flat without
I don't blame her, really. I do not. The divorce left her with nothing. I mean, I
used to be people defend the best places.
Hello. You lot certainly know how to pick your targets. You do know that Albion have set up their headquarters in there, right?
They don't scare me. This is why I joined DedSec. If Nigel Cass is unveiling a new project to a bunch of city bigwigs, we need to get in there. I can't imagine it'll be good for anyone.
Fucking Nigel Cass. You're right. Nothing good can come of this. Luckily, I hear loads of sob stories working in a pub. And near this place, quite a few from Albion are dissatisfied with the status quo. You turn on the charm, and I'm sure you can get one to join the good guys. Even got a candidate in mind.
Interesting. Send me their info.
I'll have Bagley push it along. Good luck, love.
We have an Albion operative on our roster. We should let them know they're needed.
I don't like Albion is here for protection.
Hope you're not doing anything important. You've been activated.
Let's do it.
Nigel Cass's meeting will begin soon. Approach the Tower of London when you're ready.
Bloody not. Either he's the most active. Recommend limit your time outdoors. Or he's a fucking hitman. Thought I told you to get lost.
If we're lucky, word hasn't spread that you've hung up your jackboots. Just try to put on your meek, harmless, broken by the system face. Oh, and don't forget your uniform. Looking sharp. Your ex-colleagues won't pay any attention to you unless you let them take a close look.
Check the surroundings. Drone, search!
Stay alert.
We're all clear over here.
Damn, it's like they just vanished.
How is that even possible? Whoever sent this should be a...
Seems that manky little nerd was the one who kept diverting relief supplies away from the borough to keep everyone in line for Albion. These days you can do a lot more evil with a spreadsheet than a drone fleet.
Well, that's just great.
Check everywhere.
Rats. Hearts low. No sense resist. Oh. Oh. Oh.
How's that meant to be? Oh.
Listen here. I'm going to tell you something, and it's between you and me. Completely off the record, yeah? The whole thing's quite disturbing to me. They've got good reason to close off parts of the building, but at the end of the day, it's a load of bollocks. This place is a treasured part of London's history, of its culture. Great, powerful men have ruled over this fortress. The citizens of London have an obligation to it. You can't keep people out. They must visit it, breathe in its very essence, so that they too can become great. But again, this is all between you and me, mate. Carry on now.
They're down boots before coming in. Dealing with construction. I have to think if we didn't need the mercenaries.
I heard someone saying DedSec was buried.
They better not be. Just a bunch of terrorists pretending to have morals.
This door clearly requires a security pass.
Well, that's just great.
Use one of the nearby computers to create your forgery.
Be careful. You don't want to know what Nigel does with trespassers.
There's some parts of this city that would work in with some heavy boots. You understand?
Yeah, I know. Okay. But there's always an element that's going to resist order, right? Isn't that awfully convenient?
Sure, but I thought we're taking care of them, none of them.
You mean DedSec? I've heard some talk on the street that they may be back in operation, but I'm not putting much stock in it.
I'm not sure. Some rumbling.
Well, if they are...
It'll take some time for the forgery to be ready. To keep you occupied, I dragged up still images and a recording from an internal investigation into Cass Sr.'s death.
Show me.
Internal Psych Assessment AS-001, Subject Cass Nigel. Mr. Cass experienced a deeply traumatic event when he witnessed the murder of his father, Gareth Cass, CEO of Albion. He began exhibiting symptoms soon after what he frequently described as the random event. Mr. Cass's initial symptoms included insomnia, paranoia, distorted blame, and recurring flashbacks. However, he appears to have channeled his anger and self-described powerlessness into his work to ensure that Albion become, quote, a mechanism for preventing unpredictable violence. It seems somewhat of a mania, edging on psychosis. For me, this raises concerns about Mr. Cass's fitness to run a multinational security company. But I cannot, at this time, make any recommendation beyond continued monitoring, especially considering that I have been asked to close this file.
Grand. They put someone incapable of processing their emotional baggage in charge of our security. Just grand.
Yeah, well, Nigel's never close to anyone but his dad. And me, I guess. Never had much faith in people, really.
Well, the pass is ready, but rough. If this resistance thing doesn't work out, I doubt you'll make a living as a document forger. Let's give it a go anyway. Nigel Cass awaits.
Nothing to miss.
Wasted time, wasted microwave. We can't agree. I swear we're all just going to drop dead one night in the midst of an epidemic crisis, darling. It really is a crisis. Some people just refuse to live in reality. How do you feel to talk to someone like that?
See? Well, alright. Yes.
How's it going?
Seem a bit tense. Mr. Cass knows what he's doing. It will do you no good to question his directives.
I'm not questioning his bloody directives. I'm wondering why we're not being sent out against those fucking thugs.
Maybe because he has a plan. A vision, mate. That guy has ideas running around his head you wouldn't dream up in a million years. If he wants us laying off Clay and Kelly, you can bet he has a reason for it.
I know. It's just frustrating. See those punks? I'm not being able to kick fuck out of them.
How are you getting on with those
What the fuck is this?
The deadline is coming up quickly. What can you do to this? He's presenting to the stakeholders right now.
I know, but if I mess this up...
Welcome to Project Themis. Our new autonomous drones. These drones can identify, isolate, and terminate threats before they can do harm. They can go anywhere, see everything. They could kill a man alone in an alley or in a crowd of hundreds with perfect precision. Themis drones can do what humans have always struggled to. Act immediately and decisively. Without your support, I couldn't stand here and tell you I promise you, that with the launch of Project Themis, London will be the first city in the world to be made truly safe.
Mr. Cass, I was hoping you'd called us all in here today to discuss the ethical issues.
No, it's all right. The Commissioner cares, as we all do. I admire his passion and his dedication. Let's talk ethics.
Well, for one, Themis goes far beyond Albion's mandate. We really should have more government consultation.
I see. Delay the launch so that we can debate and assess the details.
We're missing the human element here. I can get the Defense Minister on the line right now.
Well, if you feel you must. It's the human element that got us into this. No more debate, delay, indecision. Understand this. I will not allow anyone, not even myself, to jeopardize Themis. Now, will our friends at Tidus be ready? You are the cornerstone of the project after all. Do you need to consult any outside parties?
No. We'll be ready.
And just in time. Criminals running our streets. Illegals threatening our families. The police commissioner himself. Assassinated by terrorists. Decisiveness is hard. But here's the best part. Once this decision is made, no more will be required of you.
A building-wide security sweep has been initiated due to document breach.
I warned you about that forgery. Your uniform will help. Don't let them get a close look at you.
Bagley, I need an exit. Quickly!
The catacombs, fam.
Again.
Why can't I...
What is this? Yeah, sorry, go fuck yourself.
Are you new? First time I've seen you. Such a dick!
That's just crass.
Saw Nigel in action in there, didn't you? Man can be very, persuasive.
He knows how to get his way. And he wants this Themis project launched post-haste. I doubt that's good news for London. Shite. Nice. We can make good use of that. What the fuck? Shit. I don't like this at all. What was that?
Fucking hell. Albion's top secret project is an automated killing machine. And it looks like Cass is almost ready to launch. We have to get Themis out of his hands.
I'll prepare a briefing. Will we see you there, Hamish?
Pretty face, not risking, remember? But patch me in. You and me got some scheming to do, Bagley.
Something I just got on a lot better. I grew up believing everything I ever thought needed to be said. How can I help? I don't want any trouble, right?
Failure to do so will have consequences.
I'll start the briefing whenever you're ready. Hello there. Have you got an hour to set the world right?
Of course.
Here's what we know about Nigel Cass. He's rolling out something called Project Themis. The lack of information on its own is worrisome, but what little we do know is Cass wishes to remove the human element from law enforcement.
We also know he's partnered with Titus, which is never good. Titus does other work with Albion. Nasty shit like autonomous weapons, human targeting algorithms.
So Titus is our best lead to fill in the blanks on the secret project, but their security is notoriously difficult to crack. So Hamish has proposed an intriguing solution.
Albion's been working on a new microdrone. Something my contact told me about. That shit's not even in production yet, but if we get the plans, we can manufacture our own.
To bypass Tidy's security?
Exactly. They're weird as fuck. Supposed to do maintenance on Albion's other drones, but the smallness of them means they can slip into places nothing else can.
Well, there we have it. Our next step is to infiltrate the Albion drone manufacturing lab and get our hands on schematics.
And then you lot were a fun little gadget to break in the TARDIS. Love it. I'll shoot you the location. Be careful. Albion doesn't like to share his toys.
Ready for more police work? I was able to intercept a Clan Kelly laptop. It's full of Clan Kelly accounting data. Substantial amounts have been diverted to an unrelated account.
Someone stealing from the gangsters? Well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
You may be right. I believe Bagley has a lead.